everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I've got an exciting technique for you. So I'm going to be showing you how to do some beautiful 3D structure within your knit using partial knitting, everybody's favorite technique. So it creates a lovely 3D pokey knit, and it can be layered, and you can also use different colours for each section to make it more interesting. I do of course recommend that you do the swatch as it is and then go on and experiment further. So as usual, I have mentioned all the changes that you can make towards the end of the video, so do make sure that you follow it step by step and try and experiment with the changes that I've mentioned. Now, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all the techniques that I launch every single week. So don't forget to also check out my members only area on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing because you gain access to exclusive videos every month, ones that are not available on YouTube and will only be available just to the members. So do go check them out for that extra dose of inspiration. Right, let's get started.
So start off by casting on a few needles. So I have about 26 needles, and we are going to be working in the center 10 needles. Okay, so just make sure that your fabric is wide enough. Okay, so go ahead and cast on. I will be using moisturized cotton for this demo, but you can use whatever yarn you've got on hand. The first thing to do is to move your holding cams onto hold position. So I am using silver reed, and I've got two cams on the left and right, which go from 2 to 1. On your brother, they go from N to H, and any other makes, just Google the information. If not, just drop me a comment and I will have a look for you. Okay, so cams on hold position. Now my carriage is currently on the right hand side. Okay, so my center 10 needles is from that needle to that one here. Okay, now because my carriage is on the right hand side, everything on the left of those 10 needles, okay, because the rule is opposites, everything on the left goes on to hold position. Go ahead and knit one row, and then everything on the right of those 10 needles gets put onto hold position. Okay, so I'm going to grab another set of weights, which are my favorite. They are little hanging weights, and I tend to grab a rubber weight to go with it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and hang these here. You can use claw weights or any other weights that you might find suitable. Okay, so go ahead and knit another. And now what we do is we push one needle forward at a time. So my carriage is on the right hand side. I'm going to go ahead and push the left needle, okay, the left needle here that's working, forward. Okay, now again, the rule is opposites, so you can't push the right needle because a carriage is on the right hand side. It has to be the opposite. So the left needle forward, knit one, push the right needle forward, knit one, push the left, knit one, and continue to do so, and continue to move your weights upwards. Okay, continue to do so until you've got the center 2 needles. So now we're down to a last 2, which is the center 2 here. Okay, and I am going to knit 4 rows in the center. Like so, and then carriage back on the right hand side. I am going to push the left needle slightly over to the back. Okay, knit one, push the right needle slightly over to the back, knit one, move your weights along and continue to do so until you've got 10 needles working again in the center. Now push everything on the left hand side of those 10 needles slightly over to the back, knit one, move your cams onto normal knit position and knit another. Okay, so that is basically the technique, but I'm going to show you a variation. Okay, so we're going to start the same process again. So everything on the left of those 10 needles get pushed forward, cams on hold, and knit 1. Everything on the right gets pushed forward and knit. Okay, so continue to do so until you get to the center 2 needles. So this time I'm only going to do 2 rows on that, and now push 1 needle slightly over to the back. This time we are going to change color over to another one. So I'm using green. Knit 1, push the right needle slightly over to the back, knit another, and then continue to do so until you get to 10 needles in the center. And our carriage is currently back on the right hand side. I'm going to put away that green yarn and go back to my pink. It's still connected, okay, to here. Simply take that yarn and place it over the needles. Push the left needle slightly over to the back. Knit 1, comes back to normal knit position, and knit another. So now we've got 2 sections, and we've got the second one being half and half, so it's sort of like a stripe one. Now you can do variations to this, okay? The variations would be doing stripes, so say every 2 rows you are doing different color. You can make the set of needles slightly smaller or slightly bigger, okay? That's number 2. Number 3 would be, instead of pushing 1 needle forward or back, you can push 2 or 3 at a time. It will just give you quite a different effect, okay? So those are 3 variations for you to try. Again, you can also, of course, goes without saying, change your yarn, because that will make a difference. Now, I had another demo up a while ago with a similar technique, but it's done in a different manner, and it's not as 3D as this one, okay, but it uses elastics. So I'm going to put a link down in the description for you to check it out, but try both these variations, both these techniques, and see how you get on. So this is how the swatch has turned out. I think it's quite interesting actually. You can of course do all the variations and you'll get a different outcome. Okay, so if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine with this technique. And do tag me on your progress on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys get up to. Right, I will see you next week with a new technique. Bye.